Hello Aquarius, welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie. Blazer the Morky is MIA at the moment, visiting other family members. I doubt he'll be back for this reading, but I'm here to bring you your reading for the next 10 days. And you're already talking to me here. We're going to look at your overall energy, Aquarius, and then we'll look at the energies of the person or situation connected to you, and then how those energies mingle and dance in the middle. We'll close it off with an oracle card for the Aquarian collective. Keeping in mind, as always, these are general readings. Take only what resonates and leave the rest. I recommend checking out your sun, moon, rising, and or north node readings for additional context and texture. And if you want something more personalized, be sure to check that description below. And there you will find links to personal readings. Follow me on Instagram at Creators on the Crest so that you know what my holiday specials are. That's where they're posted, that and Facebook. So you can get in touch with me there for that. And then also I'm live every other Sunday from 7 to 8 p.m. Central. December 29th, I think, is the next one by the time I post this reading. Okay, the overall energy, Aquarius, is release the petals, transformation, death and rebirth, shedding and change. Release the petals. Aquarius, are you in a place of letting go? And let's see if you are, what kind of letting go are you doing? You have the Page of Cups. You have a special card from this Wild Wolf Tarot deck called the Black Wolf. So this card is ancestral healing. Ancestral healing. I love it. So maybe that's what you're letting go of. And then you also got the Hierophant card. Traditions. Yeah, dealing with some family matters, I think. Very interesting at the time I'm doing this recording. It is around the holidays, but whether it is or not, the healing comes when the healing comes. So there could be quite the family dynamic and pattern that is up for you right now. On this person's side, they get the Ace of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. No, I'm sorry, the Two of Swords and the Eight of Swords. They use different words in this deck. So it's on this person's side, they get the Ace of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. This is an energy where it's someone who's putting the cart before the horse. It's someone whose ego might be a little bit much. As my grandfather would say, they might be a little too big for their britches kind of thing. This person looks to me like they're making decisions out of fear, and they're in a quite an anxious state, Aquarius. So keep that in mind. If this is someone you're dealing with, possibly even someone in your family that you're working on the relationship with, this person is not in a good headspace right now. In the middle of the connection, things are looking a little better. We have alignment with the Ten of Cups, and we have the Page of Wands. So there's some fire, some love, the warmth coming in between the two of you here. So I don't know if this is maybe your cousin or a sibling or just a really good friend, possibly, that is going through something. Now you're going through your own big issues too, but they seem really stressed out and really anxious. So let's see how we can get a little bit more into this. You did get release the petals as the overall energy, possibly something that both you and this person need to do, but I sense you're letting go of different things. Maybe you relate to one another though quite well because you are in this process of release. So for the Page of Cups on your side, you got the Five of Wands and the Four of Wands. Aquarius, this really seems to me like possibly someone in your family, or there's some tradition in your family that is tainted with an air of conflict, especially for you. It could be that coming together with family members for certain reasons don't have the best memories for you, and so that could be hard. Like it's hard to be around them because you're remembering something that was harmful or hurtful to you. Somehow the stability has been affected for you. This could have to do possibly a father issue, because the Four of Wands is the minor to the Emperor. Possibly a battle of egos kind of situation. Also for some of you, I'm getting step family or in-laws, in-law issues and step family. Like somebody brings conflict into your otherwise peaceful, loving energies. Loving, stable, peaceful. And it looks like you're going to have to somehow move through this conflict. For the Black Wolf Ancestral Healing, which was the number 22 card, you got the King of Pentacles and the Star. You're definitely showing me that you are connected with the deeper benefits of going through ancestral healing and clearing. Now, if you are dealing with in-laws or a step family, I kind of get that once removed, twice removed kind of feeling, maybe even cousins, something like that. I'm not sure that they have the depth of perspective that you have on how much better things could be. I feel like you hold with this a knowledge of the shadows, but also a knowledge of the light and how much better things can be, how much more stable. And you're also showing me a determination within yourself not to let anyone rock your world, even if they push your buttons, even if they push on a wound or a trigger. And you're showing up in your own pure, beautiful energy as the Star. You want to say something though. Some of you are dealing with a person that triggers you so bad. There are times you just want to lay into them and lay it on them, but maybe something prevents you from doing that, like children or other people around the situation. For the Hierophant, you get the Magician and the 10 of Swords. So Aquarius, I feel like this is a tricky situation for some of you. For some of you, you're ready to just say, I'm done. Like, I'm not going to go to that gathering. Like, let's say it's you and it's your partner and it's their in-laws and their mother-in-law is like just terrible to you, or their father-in-law, or they judge you and you just constantly are on guard and constantly unable to be in your natural energies. You're ready to say, you know what, I'm not going there anymore. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be involved with that. And you're trying to really come up with some creative ways in which you can overcome that energy. This takes a little more tact and it takes more planning on your part. You have to get really clever about this because of the dynamic. Now, on the one hand, like I said, you have this energy of like, I'm just going to say it like it is, and I'm going to have these boundaries. And I think you should. I think it is actually very healthy and very important for you to have these boundaries. If you have not talked to your partner or the other people involved who would help support and reinforce and maintain those boundaries, that would be an important next step for you. Because I'm sensing you're right at the end. This person just messes with your being, with your authority. Some of you are dealing with like an energetic vampire kind of person. And so this takes some special navigation. And then, if you're placed in situations with them and they're drinking or using drugs or something like that, it's even worse. It's like amplified. And you're just over it, so over it. Okay, let's look at this other person. This other person that I feel like it's maybe a friend of yours or possibly a love interest of some kind, the Ace of Wands that they carry. Now, remember, they might come off a little too big for their britches, but to clarify that Ace of Wands, they have the High Priestess and the Page of Pentacles. They're learning to be humble. This is somebody who's learning to be humbled. They probably have been humbled. Maybe not by their own choice. I think sometimes this person gets wrapped up really tightly or wound really tightly on image and what other people think instead of just being comfortable in their own skin. So this is a lesson that this person is embarking on. It's slow going, but it's very important. And, now that I sense the energy and I see what's going on in the midst of the connection, I feel like this is someone in your life who is loving, who is caring, and you see them as someone who deserves better than what they're allowing themselves right now. And so this may be one, if it's a friend of yours, you may want to send them the reading to let them know, hey, you do deserve more. Don't burden yourself with this stress. For the Two of Swords, they get the Six of Cups and the Ten of Wands. For what they have on their plate, they're actually doing a really good job of emotionally stabilizing and keeping things together, possibly for children or family members. This is the kind of friend, if this were my friend, I would be encouraging them, like, you're doing an amazing job. Look at everything that's on your plate. Look at all the responsibility you have to carry. And maybe they're concerned about their image with certain people. Maybe like you, they have some in-laws or some, once, twice removed family that really gets at them, or possibly even someone in their workplace. And it's kind of like in this person's energy, I feel like there's like one troll and everything else is great, but they are responding to the one troll instead of responding to everyone else who's like, you're powerful, you're amazing, you've got this. Excuse me, it's real easy to do. I know they're really trying to process this. I do think they have awareness of it, but maybe they don't know how to get out of this. So this person could be recently single as well. With the Eight of Swords that they have, that's stress, anxiety, a lot on their mind. Like I said, they have a lot on their plate. They got the Lovers and then the Empress card, which tells me that they may have made a decision to exit a relationship. I do not get in this case that it's the relationship with you, because the energies between the two of you seem very supportive. This is somebody who's dealing with their own crap. You're dealing with yours, they're dealing with theirs, and you guys recognize the challenge, the struggle in one another. It almost makes me think of like in Lord of the Rings, where Frodo and Sam, they're like besties and they're helping each other up that mountain to throw that ring into the, fire or whatever. It's a real give and take kind of energy that I sense between the two of you, but maybe they've recently separated from someone or divorced, or somehow they're going from partnership to single. But that may be for the better. The Empress is a beautiful card of self-knowing, self-nurturing, abundance, receptivity, beautiful energies that maybe that's what's happened here, is they've been so heavily influenced by someone else who was quite toxic for them that it's time for them to move along. For the Ten of Cups, in the connection between the two of you, you come in with the Hierophant again. And they come in with the Nine of Swords. So this particular part of the cycle may be where you are a bit more stabilized, a bit more embodied in your inner authority. I think it's coming for this other person. It's just they're in a really stressed out, nervous system, dysregulated kind of place, right? And they probably feel bad. This would be somebody who's apologizing to you possibly for dumping their problems on you, even though you're like, you're my friend. Let's talk about this. Now, I would recommend for this person that they do have some sort of professional counseling outlet or professional psychic intuitive or someone they can talk to, right? Because they already kind of beat themselves up. But when we go into those more formalized situations where we've hired someone to talk to, or we've used the benefits from our workplace or whatever, we tend to have that one outlet, and that's where we can unleash. I feel like they need that because they do beat themselves up about laying it all on you. But I do not see that affecting you, Aquarius, because you have this Hierophant energy going on for you. You're very much in your own authority. I feel like you're like a master of the change, or a master through change. This could be someone you're a mentor to, possibly, although I did get more of a friendship. Could be that you're more of a spiritual strength for this person. And then for the Page of Wands, you come in with the energy of the Emperor. They come in with the Nine of Pentacles. So again, you're coming in with very stabilized energies. And remember, the Emperor like the Hierophant, is about authority. It's about masculine energy. This could be about boundaries, like you may be having proper boundaries with this person. They could be really enthusiastic at times about meeting up with you and just being in your energy, and because you show to them how they can be comfortable within themselves to take the next step. But with you showing me the Emperor here too, I'd like to mention it is important for you to have boundaries here with this person, right? Because that's what's going to keep the relationship healthy, right? So should they be calling you at 2, 3 in the morning for a non-emergency just because they're upset? No, we have to draw the line somewhere here, because we do have that more youthful, enthusiastic energy here. This person could be, in age-wise, younger than you as well. But they are building, and they see they're just going through it right now. They're just going through a really rough time. This would be the kind of relationship that I think eventually will balance back out. But I'm really happy to see that you have boundaries in place here, because you're dealing with your own stuff. You got your own stuff, big stuff, deep stuff that you're dealing with. So it's nice to see you have those boundaries. Okay, we're getting you a card here from the Whispers of the Oceans Oracle to close off your reading, Aquarius, and you got 39, back on task. Be sure you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider reviewing your goals, your schedule, or a project you are working on and fine-tuning. And remember, we had here release the petals. Maybe it's time, Aquarius, to let go of some things. I see you have really good boundaries with this person, good healthy boundaries in this friendship. Maybe it's time now saying, okay, I have the boundaries. They'll get their time when they get it, and I will be over here focusing on some of the deeper work I need to do and what it is I would like to release. Because I think you are so caring and you're such a humanitarian that you do tend to maybe get into a little overthinking about this other person's situation. Come back to you and give yourself the time. And be flexible this year. As you're doing your goal setting, be flexible. Allow some flex in there so that it doesn't seem too rigid, because this is a time of letting go, right? And you've already got as much structure as you need. You've got the healthy boundaries. So now let's flow into some of your personal goals. Okay, Aquarius, thank you so much for joining this reading. It was my pleasure, and I look forward to seeing you next time.